The ground trembles beneath pounding feet. A small band of Homo erectus races across the savannah, breath sharp, eyes fixed ahead. The air is shimmering with heat. Dust rises with each step. Somewhere beyond the tall grass, a frightened antelope stumbles, panicked and exhausted. The chase is already underway. You can almost hear it, the rasp of lungs, the crack of feet against hard earth, the rhythm of bodies pushing themselves to the edge. This is not speed, this is endurance. This is not a sprint, but a war of patience. And for the first time in history, humans are learning how to win it. They are not armed with fangs nor with claws. Their stone flakes are crude, tucked into simple carrying pouches of woven fiber and animal hide. Against the antelope, against the predators that roam the plains, these tools look pitiful. Yet, they have something no other creature has: persistence. Homo erectus could sweat. They could regulate their body heat, unlike most animals that must stop, pant, and rest. The antelope can burst with speed, but its body overheats. Each time it slows to breathe, the humans keep moving, steady, relentless, unshaken. This is the birth of something monumental: persistence hunting. The prey is faster, the prey is stronger, but the prey cannot last. The hunters are not many, perhaps 6, maybe 7. They spread out, working like a net. One runner picks up the trail, another signals with a raised hand. The group communicates without words, with gestures, with sounds, the beginnings of a new language that will one day shape civilizations. The prey stumbles, a pause. The hunters close in, but then a roar. From the thickets emerges a shadow with teeth as long as fingers, a saber-toothed cat. Not as large as a lion, but heavier, more muscular, built for ambush. The antelope bolts again, vanishing into the grass. The hunters freeze. Their gamble may have failed. The cat's eyes fix on them. The group tenses, gripping stones, gripping sticks hardened in fire. They are not the top predators of this land. Not yet. Every step forward in human history is a step made with danger pressing close. A standoff hangs in the air. The cat growls, tail flicking. Then it turns, slipping back into shadow. The hunters exhale. They live for now. But the chase must continue. Hours stretch into a brutal trial. The sun rises higher, merciless. The land offers no shade. Sweat runs in rivulets. Thirst gnaws at the throat. The hunters chew bitter roots tucked at their belts, spit out fibers, swallow what little moisture they can. The prey is weakening. They see signs, tracks staggering, droppings dry, the sharp scent of panic on the wind. But the hunters are weakening too. One stumbles. The group slows, waiting. To run alone is to die alone. They move as one, or not at all. This is not just a hunt. It is a test of loyalty, of trust, of what it means to be more than an animal. At last, they see it. The antelope lies ahead, it lies, staggering, foam at its mouth, body slick with sweat. It tries to run but collapses, trembling, chest heaving. The hunters close in, cautious but determined. A sharp-edged stone flashes. A stick hardened by fire plunges downward. The kill is messy, brutal, unrefined, but it is done. Silence follows. A silence that is more than relief. It is awe. For the first time, this group has brought down prey, not with speed, not with strength, but with endurance and unity. And that changes everything. They carve the animal with sharp flakes, slicing flesh from bone, cracking marrow with hammerstones. The smell of iron fills the air. Fire flickers nearby. A small, fragile flame, coaxed from embers carried in a bark container from their last camp. Around the fire, the tribe roasts strips of meat, the fat sizzling, the smoke rising into the night. They eat, not just to live, but to share. A piece passed from one hand to another, from one mouth to another. Hunger turns to gratitude. Gratitude turns to ritual. Here, in the glow of firelight, something larger than survival is being born. Culture. But survival never allows rest for long. Clouds gather. The wind shifts, cool and sharp. A storm rolls across the savannah with sudden violence. Lightning fractures the sky. Thunder shakes the ground. Rain lashes down, soaking fire, scattering embers into the mud. The hunters scramble, shielding meat, protecting tools, huddling together beneath rock ledges and makeshift shelters of grass. The fire dies, darkness swallows them. For most creatures, this would be the end of warmth, of safety, of light. But not for these humans. They remember the ember. Somewhere, hidden in bark and wrapped in leaves, a glowing coal still survives. A fragile heartbeat of fire. The group shields it, nurtures it, breathes it back to life. And when the storm passes, when stars scatter across the wet black sky, the fire rises again. That night, they sit together in silence, watching the flames. The meat is gone, the storm has passed, but something new burns inside them. They have learned that speed is not everything, strength is not everything. Survival belongs to those who endure, who cooperate, who refuse to stop. 900,000 years later, this truth still echoes in us. Every marathon run, every long night of work, every hardship carried with patience, it all traces back to this, when our ancestors chose the long game. The dawn of organized hunts was not just about food, it was about identity. And so, in the firelight of that ancient night, humanity took one more step toward becoming what we are today. You carry their legacy in your own body, in your sweat, in your endurance, in your stubbornness when the world tells you to stop. When you run, when you refuse to give up, you are echoing the footsteps of those first hunters who chased prey across the savannah until the earth itself seemed to bend. Because survival was never about being the fastest. It was about being the one who refused to quit. And if you've made it this far, it means you too carry the spark of endurance our ancestors lit almost 1 million years ago. Don't let it fade here. Keep walking with them. Keep chasing the questions they left behind. If this story stirred something in you, subscribe to Ancestor Flame. Every week, we return to the footsteps of those who came before us, so that their struggles, their triumphs, and their wisdom are never forgotten. Because this was only one hunt. The next story waits in the shadows. Will you join us there